Hey guys! Don't know if you missed me or not, but battled the flu. I slept for like 4 days. It was awful. But um, I'm getting better. My gross ass is a little bit better. So but um, camera's dirty. Hold on. So, anyways, today uh, Trump threw Zelensky out of the White House. Uh, I've had a Ukrainian flag outside my home from the day that the war started. I mean, remember watching it on TV, and I mean, we all did, didn't we? Watching all those tanks roll in and all this stuff, and everybody thought for sure that Ukraine would be toast in days, and it's been 3 years. They've been holding off for 3 fucking years, and then you get Zelensky's in the White House with Vance and with Trump, and Vance is sitting there yelping at him. Well, did you ever say thank you? Did you ever say thank you? What the fuck? What the fuck? And then they kicked him out of the way. They kicked Zelensky out of the White House. I mean, they sat there, argued on national TV, and then kicked Zelensky out of the White House. Okay, so what does that mean? We're going to have 4 years where Trump is going to try to destroy every ally that we have. He is going to try to destroy he wants us to align with dictators, and he wants to get rid of all of our good allies like Ukraine, like France, like Britain, Poland. Can name a whole bunch of them. But what he's going to do is he's going to make everybody not trust us. Especially this. Oh my God, I'm sure Putin was watching that interview and jacking off because it was Putin porn. I swear to God, it was Putin porn. And J.D. Vance, he's got the most punchable face in the universe. And, I'm sorry. Please don't come check me out, Secret Service. I just said punch. I wouldn't hurt him on that, but I doubt highly I'd get close enough to him to punch him. But, somebody should. He's a great big pussy. I think Zelensky should have taken him out back and showed him some manners because I think Zelensky could take him, Trump, McConnell, the whole lot of them. We have to continue to support Ukraine. We have to. Because this kind of shit that's happening right now is how World War II started. They placated Hitler. The English Chancellor, or Prime Minister, I can't remember dude's name. This is obviously before Churchill, but the guy before Churchill was the one that he let Hitler take over the Rhinelands, and then he let him take over Austria, and okay, no more, signing these things, no more. And then he just kept taking. That's what Putin's gonna do. Trump thinks, he thinks he's gonna let, there's not gonna be a peace deal with Trump when he kicks Zelensky out of the office, but they're sitting there yelling at him about how much money the U.S. has given them. And actually, we haven't given them money. What we have given them is old equipment, old military equipment. It's worth that much money, but it's old military equipment that we no longer use or need. We have stockpiles. And so we have been giving them weapons, defensive weapons, and offensive weapons, of course, but we're not giving them money. And the Russian bots and stuff are saying, oh, they're buying the Ukrainian oligarchs are buying yachts with this money and this with this money. First, if there are Ukrainian oligarchs, believe me, Zelensky took their money for the war. And they're fighting. Two, no. Nobody's buying yachts. Zelensky doesn't own a yacht. Before he was president, he owned a television studio that he built from the ground with his buddies. He was an actor and a comedian. But as president, I mean, this happened. I mean, first he had this stupid Trump shit, and then he gets invaded. Zelensky is a fighter. He's a great leader, and he's cute as hell. But Ukraine is the litmus test. Okay? Ukraine is the litmus test. Because if we can't stop him from taking over Ukraine, he's just gonna keep creeping. Next it's gonna be Poland, Belarus, this, that. Putin's, he says the worst day of history was when the Soviet Union broke apart. That's what he wants. He wants the USSR back together. He wants all that land that USSR used to control. He wants that again. He wants his empire. But in the 21st century, empire is not the same as it was in the 20th. There's a big difference now. The world, it's still big, but it's small. And the UN and other, what he did is not supposed to happen. He invaded a sovereign country. And Trump and J.D. Vance are sitting there and mocking him and telling him he needs to say thank you and I'm sorry? Fuck all the way off. Especially Vance. I mean, he getting in there and saying all this stupid shit and getting Trump all worked up. And I still, again, they kicked Zelensky out of the White House. Bad. It's bad precedent. It's a bad look. It's bad. It's very bad. We are really going to have to be on our toes. We're going to really have to make sure that the rest of the world knows that not all Americans are idiotic Trumpers. Not all Americans are brain dead like J.D. Vance. And it's going to be a long road to hoe. It really is. But we can't let this happen. We can't. We will be, for the next 4 years, we are going to be pariahs from the rest of the world. If you go traveling, say you can't Canadian. I'm from Minnesota. I can get away with it real easy. I'm from so north Minnesota that I'm almost Canada. I mean, Itasca County borders. We're on the border with Canada. It's in Minnesota. Well, hell, Minnesota is little Canada. But where do you think Minnesota nice comes from? My grandmother was French Canadian and American Indian. Come down through there. So, the rest of the world is going to have to pick up the slack while we have that idiot Trump in office. Unless he can't run again. Republicans, reach way down there, grab those little raisins that you call balls, and fucking do something. This is Trump's last gasp. And if you think, Republicans, that a dictatorship is what you want in America, the fuck's wrong with you? We don't want kings or emperors or dictators. We want our freedom. And freedom of speech doesn't just count for you. If you get to say what you want to say, I get to say what I want to say. That's the way it works. So, you can call me dumb bitch, vapid whore, whatever you want. I don't care. But I can also call you an ignorant asshole. See? Works both ways. It's hard people to talk to. It's hard to talk to Trump people. I know that. And there's some that you just can't talk to. You know, but we can't let this happen, man. We cannot let America was supposed to be the leader of the free world. Anybody who watched that today with Zelensky, I mean, they showed a still shot of the Ukrainian ambassador to the U.S. with her, I mean, she just, facepalm. You know, it was a disaster. It was a horrible, ugly, not necessary disaster. And I vote that next time, all meetings, J.D. Vance needs to fucking wear some duct tape. Because that motherfucker ain't got nothing smart to say. Nothing. He's an idiot. So just... I'm sorry. I just watched it. I'm very angry. And yeah, folks, we can't let this, we cannot let our reputation go down the drain with Trump. We just can't. Okay, so I and again, I'm just one crazy mom in Texas, but you know, we need to organize. We need to get together. We need to protest. We need to fight this. We need to fight this because when Trump's gone, we're gonna have to rebuild all that shit. We're gonna have to rebuild all of those relationships. And it's going to be hard. And so the best bet that we've got is to try to remind the people in those countries that we are not Trump. We're not Trump. We hate him. He's gross. We don't believe what he believes, and yeah, it's... We can fight. We have to fight. It's all we can do is fight this. You know, one of my representatives is Ted Cruz. I love calling him. I call him all the time. I never actually get him, but I do leave lots of choice messages. He's my congressman. Or my senator. I call my congressman a lot too, not that it helps. But, you know, people who live in other places, who have Congress people, who have, you know, that actually listen. I got a cousin in Minnesota that's huge in the DFL, up there, but Minnesota's a blue state, so, DFL, DFL, if you're not familiar with that, basically what it is, it's Democrats for guns. Because in Minnesota, you know, not handguns, shotguns. We hunt a lot. Matter of fact, when Ruthie came back from Minnesota this last time, she brought back some venison. But everybody hunts, and so you know, but we also are for sensible gun laws. Minnesota has a 3-day waiting period, which I think is fantastic. Minnesota, again, Minnesota's a different state. It's a very democratic state. It's very blue. It's very north. I live outside of Houston. It's very, very, very different. But, you know, and Yeah, I love Minnesota. I love my home state. I love Minnesota. I love St. Paul. I love Grand Rapids. I love the North. Minnesota is a beautiful place. I encourage you to go. Uh, I'm not saying that Texas should turn into Minnesota because there's no way that it can, um, or any other states for that matter. But it wouldn't hurt to take a page out of Minnesota's book. Tim Walz has done a lot of good stuff for us. And if it didn't snow so much up there, I'd be living there. uh, I go up in the summer because it's fucking cold. But yeah, individual states, and I'm sure uh, Governor Walz and other states and Congress people and senators will reach out and tell, and other countries will know that we're not, we're not all for this. We're not all, we don't, and I mean, Trump's screaming at him, "Oh, you're courting World War III." No, Trump, you are. Trump, you are. You're the one who's always talking about it. Zelensky was invaded, and you treated him like the invader. You dumbass. Okay, I will rant no more, but yeah, look it up. Watch that thing. It'll piss you off more than you can possibly believe. Uh, and remember, folks, it's gonna be a long fucking 4 years. It is. We'll survive it. Don't get me wrong. We'll survive it. It's gonna be a long 4 years. Strap in. Strap in. I love you guys. Peace out. Happy late Valentine's. Love you.